COVID-19 pandemic is bringing significant economic distress to the world. We know today how horrible it has turned out to be with the negative effects on public health. A lot of industry has been affected by this pandemic COVID-19. The world economy faces its most serious challenge where the financial market for economic development and interest in private sectors are falling apart. COVID-19 is now affecting the agriculture demand and supply operation because of concern that livestock may be host for the virus, as well as other food products such as seafood, fruits and vegetables are likely to cause in price drop. Thus, there is a possibility that animal protein intake will decrease even further. This concern can be especially useful for the raw fish item distributed to the cafes and restaurants, including small and medium-sized business entitled. Agriculture is an output-intensive industry where the scale of use of each production factor will differ significantly across agriculture system and expose farmers into the changes in cost of output. The changes can be caused by the various factors, including transport network failure, blocked ports or highway, high interest rate which can make input unnecessarily costly. The input include the fertilizer, pesticide or the seed. Failures in the supply of this input are likely to lead in the production decrease and possibly massive supply interruption.
According to a report by Bank Negara Malaysia, found out that 60% of Malaysian households live below minimum wages, showing that they did not enough have to a basic living standard. The current COVID-19 crisis has exposed this great imbalance in our society. In moments like this pandemic, easily many of Malaysian citizens cannot overcome with rising cost of living. This with resulting a very low purchasing powers by our citizens. Demand is more related to the income, and lack of income earnings opportunity could also have effect on consumption. During the coronavirus outbreak, countries across the world immediately established a new series of policy initiatives aimed at preventing further spread of this disease. At the period when most industries are reducing jobs, it's hard for many companies to retain jobs for their employees. This make their employee lost job and does not have any source of income to cover of living. Because of this, people will more concerned to keep their buy with the necessity good rather than buy the desired things, especially for the luxury good. As social distancing becoming the new norm due to the COVID-19 pandemic, customers has had that with the current environment and condition in real time. Almost every aspect of everyday life has changed and consumer spending with no exception. Usually, spending in all sectors is becoming less due to the lockdown policy. Additionally, the economic effect by this pandemic has presumed that customers are less likely to spend more, because many are expecting their income level will continue to decline in a few months ahead. Consumer spending actually can give a big impact to the industry. Their spending is one of the key factors responsible for the global economic development. Due to their reduced spending could decimate many industries, but at the other hand, a few will benefit from increased spending in certain industries. Consumers seems to spend on entertainment and food only at home. This all trend to be rising their spending on entertainment at home responds to a change in media consumption behavior. There is some changes in behavior on how people buy groceries. For example, people want to avoid crowd at supermarket. Many people are choosing deliver option. They just have to download apps and order through it before it delivered to our home. purchasing behaviors become more inconsistent. What has been completely obvious is that they have cut spending on all non-essential goods service. With technologies consider greater role during this pandemic, there is likely to be a huge increase in e-commerce activity. Customers are more likely to be not to return to the store, and they tend to go to the e-commerce market. The largest players who is going to get all this benefit is such as Lazada, Shopee or Amazon. E-commerce market give a lot of information to customers and potential buyers, which might makes their shopping experience easier and more enjoyable, as well as better customer service. They also have the ability to easily and conveniently purchase goods with service 24 hours. Another trend that we see that is buy food or grocery delivered home. People are especially like to make purchase on personal care item, foods and clothing are online. We can order food through mobile apps such as GrabFood or Foodpanda. We can see that the food delivery apps are becoming famous, and more restaurant or food store will join this trend by deploying more workers to deliver food in order to survive their business in the new era. Online shopping has become the new norm as the COVID-19 pandemic has led to the globally rising e-commerce business as people will move to the digital platform. This could be a great chance for sellers to promote their product through the social media. They could get a large numbers of engagement with the customers and potential buyers. As a result, it will boost up their sales and profit. New normal means that the people have to live with a new way of living in all aspects, including the interaction between people. We also have to wear masks when going outside. Students have to face online classes, and restaurants may not be able to sit with many numbers of people due to social distancing order. Pandemic exposed the limitation of the current system, especially influencing the food supply chain and the global commons. Because of coronavirus pandemic, government needs to restart the farming sector through the introduction of new agriculture policy. As we focus goals under the new standard, it is essential that government to rethink and restructure its policy and practice to prevent the future crisis. The Department of Agriculture needs to provide farmers with a fast-moving service such as financial assistance and low-interest loan, issues food pass to ensure the movement of food and agribusiness products, and encourage a system that directly links farmers to consumer. Thought the COVID-19 pandemic has yet to be a significant effect on our food production in the country. Hope to boost our productivities of food and food supply change to the next level through farm consolidation and clustering, providing accessible financing, improving linkage between productions and marketing, and build more post-investment and processing facility. As a conclusion, we should really take considerable to grateful to the great effort, sacrifice, hardship and commitment of the nation through heroes, especially our frontliners or healthcare service in dealing with this COVID-19 scenario. Even the jobs put them at the risk, but although they are doing this for the nation's sake and for the better life. That's all. Thank you.